Hi guys, now you may have seen a video I did recently, my top 5 favourite footballers of all time, so I thought I'd add to that with my top 5 favourite clubs. Now, like everyone else, I support one team. There's one team in my heart, my number one team. I think a lot of you know already, but I'll get to them later. But I've got other teams that are close to my heart, other teams that I have reason for supporting, and I'm always interested in their results and hope they do well. And I thought I'd go through those 5 teams now and give you my reasons, and then also you could tell me the same, because some people support a team that their dad supported, but they've got a local team as well, or whatever. There's lots of different reasons for following particular teams. Maybe you've got a team in another country you like. In Spain, almost everyone supports Real Madrid or Barcelona, and then their local team. That's just the way things are done there. Anyway, with that in mind, here are my top 5 favourite football teams. Now, in 5th place, it's the New York Cosmos. Now, you might not have heard of these guys. They're actually a team from the 70s and 80s. They were one of the original soccer teams in America. They were the team behind the first ever soccer boom in the United States. And they had a ridiculous starting lineup, okay? A lot of amazing players from that era went to New York Cosmos at the end of their, or in the twilight of their season. Pele, Beckenbauer. We're talking like the best footballers of all time, not just at that current time, were playing for this team. And they had an incredible few years when professional soccer in the United States was still in its infancy. And then, just like the league itself, it got disbanded, the team basically stopped. But now they're making a renaissance, okay? Their long-term ambition is to get into the MLS, but the way soccer works over there is quite complicated. You have to be adopted into the franchise. So in the meantime, they're playing in the second tier, which is the NASL, the North American Soccer League. They've refounded. Marcos Senna is actually playing for them at the moment, a World Cup winner for Spain. You probably know him from his time playing in Spain as well. He's actually playing for them at the moment, as well as some other players, trying to get them back up and running, generate the fan base. They will be eventually the MLS's 3rd New York team, because they've already got New York Red Bulls. I think as early as next year, Man City's franchise, New York City FC, are going to be joining the MLS. And then hopefully, New York Cosmos will be back soon. The funny thing about the Cosmos is their brand is almost as famous as their club. There's loads of people out there wearing New York Cosmos shirts and t-shirts and kits and whatever. And until about 2 years ago, the team actually didn't exist. So incredible story. Hopefully they'll be getting back to the top and maybe even playing against David Beckham's Miami team as well. 5th favourite football team ever, New York Cosmos. My 4th favourite football team, I don't actually have the kit for, I've been meaning to get a scarf for a while and I will do soon, is non-league East Thurrock United. You may have seen another series I do on this channel, all about East Thurrock. They were kind enough to give me complete access to follow their games in the Ryman Premier League. That's just 2 leagues below League 2 professional football. I get to film their changing room talks, the half-time talks, all the matches, the goals themselves. I got them all, they're all on my channel. If you haven't watched it yet, do check them out. But they're a great team. Not only is the environment and the people there so nice, and they were so nice to me to let me come along, but they've got an incredible fan base. They're called the Rocks, that's their nickname. They play at a stadium called Rookery Hill in Essex, and I'm hoping they can get themselves promotion into the Conference South in the next year or so, and then go up one level and get nearer to professional football. So check them out if you haven't heard of them. East Thurrock in the Ryman Premier. Come on the Rocks. Now, my 3rd favourite football team, how could I not mention the national team, the Three Lions. Come on, England. Everyone's got their national team. I've always followed England throughout my life, hoping they get some sort of success that we all know about from 1966 and have some kind of repeat of that. Not yet happened, but fingers crossed it will. My main England memory is probably, I was lucky enough to go to the World Cup in Germany in 2006, and I was actually at the game when we got knocked out by Portugal. Rooney got that famous red card, Ronaldo did his wink at Gelsenkirchen, which is the Schalke stadium. So that was a great match to be at, but obviously not great to see us lose. Standout performances that day, I remember, were Owen and Peter Crouch, who did really well. Recently, I've been to Wembley quite a lot. I was at England-Poland when we actually qualified for next year's World Cup in Brazil. Great experience, great to be there. Polish fans were incredible as well. I don't think there's any other games I get so excited for than England major cup competitions. I remember during the World Cup in 2010, I couldn't sleep. Before the Germany game, I was so looking forward to it, but also so scared of the reality that we might lose. I was just a mess. I love it. But World Cup is the best time. I don't think there's a better time. Forget Christmas, forget your birthday. The World Cup is the best. And cheering your country on when England have still got a chance of winning it, no better feeling. My 3rd favourite team, England. My 2nd favourite team, you might have guessed it, It's Real Oviedo. Now, you might not have heard of them. They're a Spanish team. They've formerly been in La Liga, you know, the top division of Spanish football. They used to have players like Juan Mata, Santi Cazorla and Michu as well. But recently they've fallen on tough times. They're a bit like Leeds United, who obviously used to be at the top flight, even playing European football, but then losing the money and going down a number of divisions. Currently playing in Segunda B, so that's 2 leagues below La Liga. I'm not just a fan of Real Oviedo, I'm a shareholder. So last year they almost went bankrupt completely, and they appealed for people all over the world, not just Oviedo fans but football fans, to save their club and buy 1 share for about €10. Me and my friend Neil Stacey, we both did it, and then we actually went out to Oviedo to meet the club, meet the people that we were getting to know online, and see this beautiful team in real life. And it was one of the most incredible experiences of my life, not just football but generally, because the whole town welcomed us. I'm not even joking. We got off the coach, me and some of the other shareholders from England, and we were clapped off. And it was emotional. You know, I don't cry much, but I was close. I was close. I'm just too manly, though. I am just too manly. But yeah, probably one of the best weekends of my life, going to Oviedo and meeting the guys and watching the team, who still play in this incredible 25,000 seater stadium in the lower leagues of Spain. I'm hoping they're going to get back up, get out of the hole, into La Liga, back to where they belong. I'm going to be going back out to Oviedo again soon, but in the meantime, I always keep track of their results, and they're doing all right at the moment. I think they're 3rd or 4th in the league, trying to get into the playoffs and then up, as I say. But Real Oviedo are my 2nd favourite team. Come on, Oviedo! Now, of course, this won't be a shock to the majority of you, but for those of you who don't know, my number 1 team, West Ham United. I'm a big West Ham fan, always have been. My dad's a West Ham fan. That's the reason that me and my brothers, we're all West Ham fans. My mum and my mum's side are actually Spurs fans, but we don't talk about that. Yeah, so West Ham, I've been to Upton Park hundreds of times, I think. Best 2 West Ham memories in my life have been going to both of our playoff final wins. I didn't actually go to the playoff final we lost against Crystal Palace, funnily enough. I picked the right one to not go to. But I was there when we beat Preston, and I was there when we beat Blackpool and got back into the Premier League where we belong. The future for West Ham, I think, is bright. You know, we've got the Olympic Stadium coming. All we need to do is stay in the league. People say to me, don't you not like having Big Sam as a manager, plays long ball football? First of all, he doesn't just play long ball football. Remember, he's at Bolton. He had JJ Okocha and Djokovic. You know, the guy plays creative football too. But also, no, I don't mind if he does that. I want him to do whatever he thinks is best to keep us in the league, because all we need to do is stay in the league, get in that new stadium, and then I think Moneybags is going to come along. Someone's going to buy us out. We're going to be the new Manchester City. Believe it, that's what's going to happen. Trust me. Bobby Moore, Martin Peters, and of course hat-trick hero Jeff Hurst, all West Ham legends. People like Trevor Brooking played for us as well, of course. You know, managerially, we've had Harry Redknapp, who's gone on to do great things as a manager since. And I think it's probably only a matter of time before Paolo Di Canio returns to manage at West Ham, which, you know, some other clubs might not like, but he's such a legend at Upton Park. I think he'll probably go down quite well. So, number 1 team, of course, is and will always be West Ham United. The Irons, the Hammers. Come on, West Ham. Let's do it. So there you go. They are my 5 favourite football teams. What are your 5 favourite football teams? Most importantly, you know, who's your favourite? Who do you support? Have you got any other teams you like and you support? And if so, why? Tell me why. Leave a comment below. I'll be back soon with more football videos. And if you do like this and you haven't already subscribed, please do. It's really easy. Just click a button. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.